Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Survey Being Hunted. We're on a brand new map, as you can tell, which means it's time for something a little bit different. Not just another podcast style episode, but actually a friggin' challenge for once, ladies and gents. So, this is a challenge that was suggested by Phil, and it's a bit of a random one, but, random is good sometimes. Random actually makes for something interesting. So it's called the Walker's Crisps Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, let me try and explain this one, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, no, I'm not going to try and explain it. I'm going to let someone else explain it. Can you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear it? There seems to be a transmission, a message coming to me, beaming down from the heavens to me.
Hello, Red. It's Mr. Walker's here from the Walker's Crisps Company. I have a slight issue that needs to be addressed, and I hear you're the man to do it.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say that, Mr. Walker's old boy. But what do you need? What do you need? What is it? What are you after?
Well, Red, old boy, let me tell you this, good sir. I am down here at the Walker's Crisp Factory at the moment, and we have a right conundrum, dear fellow. It seems that we've run out of special ingredients for our different flavours of crisps, and we need you to go out there into the world of Surrey Being Hunted and actually go and get some ingredients for us to use. Dear God, boy, you've got to hurry along very quickly, otherwise we're going to have no crisps on the shelves.
Well, can't you just, I don't know, Mr. Walker's, can't you just, I don't know, maybe just go to a shop? Just buy some ingredients from them?
No. Can't do that, Red. You're going to have to do it yourself, and you have to specifically go to this world in order to do it. Now, you've only have 30 minutes, boy, and that's time is starting now. You're on the clock, so get a move on. Over and out from Mr. Walker's. Goodbye.
Well, wow, he was very, straight to the point, wasn't he? No dilly-dallying around there with Mr. Walker's. All right, well, time is now going. We're already down 10 seconds. 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So the idea is I need to get several flavours. So there are 6 flavours of crisp in total that we need to try and get ingredients for. For all of those, we need to find 5 potatoes each as a base. So the flavours are already salted, which just needs 5 potatoes. Cheese and onion, which requires obviously the 5 potatoes, but then also 1 Stilton and 1 jar of pickled onions. Oh, speaking of potatoes, there's some right there. Salt and vinegar, again 5 potatoes, and then 2 exotic spices, 1 to represent salt and 1 to represent vinegar. Then obviously smoky bacon, which we need a ham for, which shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. Roast chicken, obviously because there's no chicken in the game, instead we'll be finding 5 potatoes and a pheasant. And then beef, which requires 5 potatoes and 1 rotting beef. Oh, bollocks. That's pickled eggs. I thought it was pickled onions for a moment then. Well, at least we're getting the potatoes, though. So hang on, we need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 potatoes in total, and so far I got 6. Yeah, I think potatoes won't be a problem in this challenge. We do need somewhere to store them all, though. That's the thing. Hold on. Spices right there. Can make a start on the old salt and vinegar and all that. More potats, get those. Should also switch some items out, like so. Now, I have tweaked the building generation settings on this map. I'm hoping that doesn't make it too easy, though. That's the only thing. Because certain ingredients, I think, will be much, much easier than others, admittedly. You know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. More potats there. Oh. And extra spices, right? Well, we've basically got the salt and vinegar one done straight off the bat. Let me just get a pen so I can tick those off on the sheet of paper in front of me. So, salt and vinegar is done. Don't need to worry about that one. Well, that's good. We're off to a flying start already, and we're not even 5 minutes into the challenge, which is perfect. That's good, though. I'll take some stout, though, whilst I'm at it. Drinking on the job. Mr. Walker's wouldn't be pleased with that now, would he? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, pickled onions. There we go. Well, that's bloody perfect. So we've got everything that we need. Yeah, hold on. That's 5 for the salt and vinegar. Yeah, 5 for the cheese and onion. Perfect. Oh no, wait, no, we haven't got. Well, sorry, I was about to say we got everything we need for the for the cheese and onion crisps. No, we haven't. We need the Stilton, don't we, for the friggin' cheese and onion? Did I mention the Stilton a moment ago? I feel like I may not have done. I've got part of what I need for cheese and onion then, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, I know this is a random challenge suggestion, ladies and gentlemen, but we're doing it. Oh, I know that's spices. Don't need those. Well, I don't need them, ladies and gentlemen. Tea, nothing really in there. Phil did have other suggestions for this challenge, which I've kind of discounted because I think they were a bit of a stretch and a bit odd. But, for example, he was saying I could also try for prawn cocktail flavour crisps, but then again, it was a bit of a stretch in terms of the items he was suggesting I collect for that one, because that would have been a bit weird, because he was saying get flasks of tea but pretend it's just Mary Rose sauce or something, which would be a bit weird, but sure. He also had another rule that was about Monster Munch flavour, which is about killing the robots, but I thought, nah, again, it's a bit random and a bit odd, so I'm gonna, I don't know, bypass that particular one. Oh, more pickled onions that we don't need. I suppose we could always go for excess if we wanted. Sure, I'll keep hold of an extra pair, an extra jar even, sorry, not a pair, it's the wrong word entirely. Right, how many spuds have I got at the moment? I've got 6, 12, 16, so we're getting there. I mean, at minimum we've got to find 30 spuds, which, like I say, should not be too easy. It should not be too difficult even. Oh, wow. Well, there's the fucking beef, straight away, for the friggin' beef flavour crisps. I'm not going to lie, that's kind of surprising to me. I always thought the beef was typically found in, well, pubs usually, in this game, not in random houses, but, well, evidently I'm incorrect about that, aren't I? Right, how are we doing for spuds at the moment? We've got 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, so we need 9 more. Yeah, spuds, pretty good. Like I say, we need to find a base point, somewhere we can just deposit all these items, because otherwise I'm going to be carrying around lots of shit. Oh god, Slowberry. Sorry, I'm wanging the camera around all over the place, giving you all motion sickness in the process, no doubt. Again, we could always just take extra spices, potentially get extra points, because you know we're going to get a point for each of these crisps that I'm able to get the ingredients for. So if I can get extra, then sure, that'll be extra points for me, won't it, ladies and gentlemen? Right, spuds, there we go. So we got, hold on, let me move some stuff around here. 6, 12, 18, 24. 6 more spuds needed. And is there a large structure around somewhere that I could use as a base? I should probably try and find that, really, shouldn't I? Right. I'm thinking just, I don't know if there's like a pub or a farmstead or a mansion. That'd be really awesome, that would. Yeah, so I customised all the biomes, incidentally, for this one. Good lord. Yeah, my inventory is nearly chock full again already. Again. Not again, sorry. Do I need to be carrying all these bottles? Probably not. I can probably throw some things away here. Forget, that's what we'll do. There we go. Right, 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We literally need just one more spud. And that way, we've got what we need. Well, everything we need, rather, for the actual just base potato flavour of the crisps. Which will be fantastic. No, I don't need a revolver. What I need is one potat. There we go, there's one potat. Right, we need to find a suitable building to use as a base. Then we can just fill things up to our heart's content and all that. So yes, let me just tick off, technically we've got the ready salted. We've got that, and I can also tick off the potatoes for smoky bacon and roast chicken. So we've got all the potatoes that we need, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not even 10 minutes into the charge. I know there's a priory over there. Well, let's maybe go to another island. This is a weird generation here, by the way. This weird little headland that this village over here has spawned on, Shallow Umbridge. This is something I feel like I've not seen before in City Being Hunted, something I've not seen generate. How weird. It is very, very strange. Okay. No, it's just odd that this little village is generated out here on this strange little headland. Peninsula, whatever you want to call it. Alright, well, I haven't seen any big structures on this island, other than that priory off over there. Sorry, I just knocked my microphone. If I go this way, is there anywhere else I've not really looked here? I mean, it's probably the case that we could always just head to another island. I say probably, not probably, definitely. There's no rule that says I can't leave this island. I can always go to another one if I want to. Yeah, like I say, I tweaked the structure generation settings for the biomes. I didn't max out the large structures in the villages, but I took them up quite high to about 3 bars each. So I'm sort of curious in terms of what that means for the terrain generation. Because that's the problem. Villages, obviously, you get multiple buildings, and so I suppose that could always sometimes end up overwriting areas where large structures would end up, so to speak. If that makes sense. Yeah, Priory's not really the ideal structure for this, given that the only inventory space they have is a barrel. I see you lot out there having a tea party in the middle of that field. Looks like there's not really any large structures on this island. Probably should have tweaked the generation settings a bit more. I don't know. I mean, we could always use a house. It's just ideally I want a building that's got lots of inventory space for storage and all that. In which case, let's go over here. There's got to be something, right? Something good. There's just more village buildings over there. Which is not what we need. What's that? Long clubbing? So long, I'm out clubbing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god. Still, I'm like wanging the camera around all over the place. Probably annoying the shit out of everybody. Alright, should we head off to another island? Should we do that? See if there's any actual large structures elsewhere. I feel like we should probably do that, ladies and gentlemen. We should go and see what the deal is. Over here, on this long jetty, that I assume goes to the west. Right, well, we've got less than 20 minutes to go in the challenge, and that's fine. As usual, not going to pause the timer during the loading screen, because I don't see any real point to doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, close, save, take boat west. Here we go. Take me to the west. Show me what you got. Any big structures? Well, there's a church. There's a church. A church could work, even though that's just one of those churches that only has one door. Now, having said that, usually this type of church has a fairly big inventory space, so we could just jam a load of shit in there if we wanted, couldn't we? Or is it worth having a bigger explore first to see if there is any other large structure anywhere else? We'll have a quick look-see, a quick gander around the area, ladies and gentlemen, just to see what's going on around here, ladies and gentlemen. What's this? Mild Harpington. There's another of these bloody priories. It's not really what we want. If I keep... Yeah, I'll just keep exploring for the moment. We've got plenty of time. 18 minutes remaining. Oh, farmstead. Okay, that actually might be better. Possibly? I know, because the farmstead only has one door on it. Ideally, really what we need is a mansion or a pub. That's what we really want. Preferably. Just because they got more space on them. More doors for you to hide things in. Yeah, because this one here only has this. That's a decent inventory space, but... Well... If I empty some of this out, I could always maybe throw a few things into it, couldn't I? Excess spuds. Not bad. Matchbook. Get rid of. I'll keep hold of some of these... yeah, some of these bottles and things here. Right, well let's start transferring spuds into this one. I mean, then again, there's no rule that says I can't have two sort of base positions, you know? And at the end of the challenge, we just tot everything up that we have between them. Sorry, I just knocked something on my desk. Ladies and gentlemen, over here. Right, 6, 12, 18. Then this will be at 24. See, I can do my 6 times table. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. I'm doing 6 times tables. That's 5, not 6. What am I doing? Oh, my God. Right. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 that we got there. Okay. Good Lord. I wasn't counting properly. 25. Oh, yeah, but we got 30. That's fine. 30. There we go. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 31. Alright, we've got all these exotic spices in here. We can put the beef away in there as well. Some pickled onions. Let me transfer these out actually. Since, oh god, yeah, there's seriously not enough space. Well, we can always go to the church and put some stuff in there as well. Use 2 inventory spaces. That way, Mr. Walker's has 2 storage sites. He has an excess of resources, because I am a diligent sourcer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, extra potats and a torch. I'll take that, sure. Let's put that there. There we are. You see, I wonder what it's like actually working in a job where you are sourcing ingredients and things for companies. Because that is actually a job, come to think of it, that some people in the world have, don't they? Yours. Red toadstool. No. Go on, getting all the potatoes in the world here. Oh, spices, there we go. Take more of those. Now, the thing is, I'm only going to get extra points here if I have, essentially, all the requisite ingredients for each packet of crisps. So if I have an excess of potatoes, for example, but not enough to make another flavour, then that doesn't count, basically, is what I think I'm trying to say. Do you want a revolver? You know what, fuck it. I'll take a revolver just in case we need to clear robots out from any of our positions. Fruitcake. There's a real lack of Stilton around here, I must say. Plenty of spices, though. Mr. Walker's is going to have all of the salt and vinegar flavour crisps in the world, which is good, but people might get a bit bored. Oh, more beef! Look at that! And more potats. Very good. God, already my inventory is getting jam-packed full of crap. It's just potatoes. It's fucking potatoes all the way down, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is. Right, where the heck was the farm again? It was, there. That's where it was. It was sort of, yeah. If the jetty's to the southeast, then this is to the northwest. And I see you two over there, you freaks. What you up to? Right, we're definitely going to have to use the church here, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, there's going to be a rat problem. Right, let's put that beef in there as well. Potats in there. Dang it, right. Now we need to just go and fucking find something else. Right, I'm going to take the pickled onions back, because really we need to combine all the stuff that we basically need for different flavours, so that way it just makes it easier to count them, in essence. Right, church. Where it be at the church? Church was obviously back towards the jetty, so let's head back in this direction then. Or maybe it'd be easier here if I just cleared a load of village buildings out and just stacked everything in there, rather than actually splitting it between 2 large structures. You know what? That's probably a better idea. Let's do that. Let's have everything actually sort of combined in one area, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so what I should do is do this, like so. So 5 spuds there for those. So what I could do then is actually do this, couldn't I? I have like 5 spuds like so. Boom. Put those into that inventory space there. Let me just actually go and get some of the stuff from here. God, I've really wasted time. Also, my freaking vitality is going down. I just realised. No, if I go back over here, hold on. Hold your horses. Let me just go and get the roast beef, actually, back out as well. Plus a load of spices and spuds. If I double click on things, actually, I can just quickly move them back over into the inventory. I always forget that's actually a thing you can do in Sir. A way of quick shifting things about and all that. Got to remember. ladies and gentlemen. That is a thing. Right, I've got less than 12 minutes to go before the challenge is up. The reason we're going with 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, is because that's what Phil suggested as the time. So if it's not enough for you, ladies and gentlemen, just blame him and all that, right? Beef in there. We'll also put 2 of the spices, and some of the spuds can go in there as well. Perfect. Yeah, we'll focus on this side of the village for the moment. Get rid of that torch because we don't need it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just discard everything that's not required. Spuds in there first. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put spuds in this front door, and then we'll put the other ingredients elsewhere. Right. I'm surprised we just haven't found any Stilton so far, ladies and gentlemen. Or any hams, for that matter. It just feels like, you know, they're always something that you tend to find reasonably, well, no, maybe not frequently, but quite often, I should say, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there we go. And gosh darn, moving all this around is so inefficient and such a time waste, but hey, it is what it is. Red is figuring out how to do the Walker's Crisp challenge most efficiently. Let us hope that Mr. Walker's is not watching me right now as I flail around, constantly moving between inventory spaces. Right, let me just go and get the remaining spuds out of this farm. Mr. Walker's better be pleased. I have commandeered a whole village for his usage in storing crisp ingredients. Right, and go over here, get these uns. This is more like it. There we go. Right. Okay, we have 10 minutes, roughly, yeah, 10 minutes remaining on the clock. So I'm going to have to hurry up here and try and find some of these other bits and bobs. Right. Hang on, why did I come round the front? That's already full on that side. Go around to the back door. Here we are. Ditch that. Oh, there's already some spuds in here as well. Perfect. Right, so let's do that, 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 do that. Right, that's just full of potatoes. Right, this one, ditch that. Ditch, 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 ditch. Eat. There we go. Right, actually let's move these outstanding spuds into there. Right, then let's also move these spices in here as well, because we've got nearly enough actually for 4 packets of salt and vinegar, but obviously at the moment we've only got 7 of those, so we need an 8th one in order to be able to get those extra points. It's just, no, I don't want to pick up a boot. That's not what I want. Oh, who be that? Who be shooting? What the fuck? Fucking balloon? What's going on? Where's the balloon shining from? Oh, there. Okay, that's weird, because obviously it's attracted by the sound of the gunshots. So it's like looking... Oh, jeez. So for a moment it was kind of like looking at me. There we go, there's some spices right there. Perfect. Oh, fuck you. Get on out of here. Well, I got just the thing for you, buddy. Oh, never mind. That's going to attract loads of attention, isn't it? Oh, fuck you. Get out of it, you bitch. Uh-oh. Don't need you here. You get right away. Stop. Okay, seriously, well, that's fine. Mr. Walker's. Someone is attempting to interrupt my ability to get your crisp ingredients. They must be from a rival company. Come to think of it, what other crisp making companies are there actually other than Walker's? Lay's? Yeah, Lay's. Indeed. Right. God damn, it's just potatoes all the way down. Heck. Need something other than potatoes, please. That'd be very much appreciated. Please? Never mind. No, not there. What about these buildings over here? Anything good? No. The spices, I'll take spices. Going very northern all of a sudden. More spices. Well, it looks like Mr. Walker's is going to have to repurpose his business into selling just salt and vinegar for the most part, with a couple of bonus beef flavours elsewhere. God, why is there just an absence of Stilton? There really is just a complete absence of that particular ingredient. I don't know why. Not good. All the potats in the world. Already salted is obviously not going to be running out anytime soon, is it, ladies and gentlemen? Just the bog standard flavour. I know this may sound like I'm a very boring person, but you know, sometimes when I'm eating crisps, I don't really need any fancy flavours. Sometimes I could just go for a good... Oh my god, there we go. Right, mature Stilton. At least we're going to get one set of cheese and onion, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's see. All the potats in the world. Why am I not just double-clicking them into my inventory? I don't know. Oh god damn, right, we're already full up again. I need to find... Right, there's the church over there. So we need to go back this way, towards where the farmstead was. To get back to our favoured location. Here we are. Over this side. Okay, the layout's fairly memorable in this village, ladies and gents. It's pretty good. Right, we're filling up this one, weren't we? We're filling up the back door actually first, before anything else. I think we were. Right, spices. Just get them all in there. Put some spuds in as well. All in. There we are. Let's actually line them up like so. Right, we'll also put one set of pickled onion flavour stuff in there. That's good, that's good. I'll just leave that as it is for the moment, even though it's not quite full. Instead, I'll put some stuff in here, ladies and gents. And my torch is flashing like crazy, because it doesn't stay on when you're in the inventory space and you're clicking, which is always a bit of an oversight in the design, but hey, even, yeah, does it when you're doing this. It's a bit weird, but what can you do? Right, more spuds, very good. Right, we've got less than 5 minutes to go before our challenge time is up. Right, just go. Get exploring, ladies and gents. Explore these doors. I'm kind of just looking at the same buildings here, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Let's go over this way then. Didn't actually look in the church door, did I? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beef. Beef. Lovely. Spuds. Fantastic. See, there's plenty of stuff over here as well, isn't there? Spuds. Anything in the front doors? Ooh. More dead robots. Oh god. My washing machine is done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to go and empty that very, very soon. Empty out my shirts and socks, or whatever else I've been washing. Over here, maybe? Yeah, spuds. Very good. Apple flavoured crisps. I imagine there's a company out there that's done that, right? You know, weird crisp flavours and all that. It's probably a thing. Right. Basically, once the time runs out, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to go straight back to where I'm storing everything, and then just tot everything up, I do think. Unless I get back there before the time elapses, just to save myself a few minutes and all that. Revolver ammo, sure, why not? Do you like the revolver flavoured crisps, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know where I was going with that joke. It wasn't even a joke, it was just weird nonsense. Weird red nonsense. Oh, spices, thank you. Nothing there. Spuds, oh, and more spices. Spices. And more spuds. Oh god, right, we're full. Okay, back towards the thingy then. The position. Stuck on a tree trunk for a moment. Right, back over here. This place is pretty self-contained, isn't it? Okay, we've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining on the clock, which is fine. That's fun-dabby-dozy, ladies and gentlemen. Get over here. Right, which building were we up to? If I could actually, yeah, get some more stuff in here, couldn't I? Put some more shiz in that. I just got all the bloody spuds in the world, haven't I? Right, go around here. It's already full. Go on to the next building. Here we go. Spuds in. Like so. Flash my freaking torch. Like a mad lad. Discard, discard. Nope, nope, discard, discard, discard. Get rid of them all. Beef in there. And spuds. In fact, actually, let's put them in lines like so. Drink stout. Keep my vitality up. Putting them in lines like this just makes it easier to count them a bit later on, that's all. Right, that's an excess there. We've got just above a minute remaining. Do you think I'm going to be able to find anything else? I doubt it, but we're going to have a very quick look. A very quick gander. Okay, we've got 57 seconds. I don't think we are going to find anything. There's actually a telephone box over there. I don't suppose there would be anything in there, do you, by any chance? Let's have a quick gander in here then, shall we? No. The answer is, of course not. Well... is there anything else over in here just before I fucking wrap the challenge up? Oh, spuds. There we go. Take those. Take them quickly. And some more there. Right, fuck it. Back over here then. We got 22 seconds remaining on the clock. So... I think by this point we're going to be done, so in that case let's get everything over here and then we will start totting up our score just as soon as my stopwatch counts down and all that. Right, back door. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. You can hear it going off, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Right, that's the time elapsed. So now we have to tot up, ladies and gentlemen, all of our points. Now I have to be a bit careful about this because obviously I have to, like, you know, figure out which potatoes go with which ones and all. So hang on, we've got yeah, potentially 3 flavours of crisp in here. Yes, so hang on, right. So 5 potatoes, 5 potatoes. So 5 potatoes, 1 beef. So that's yeah, that'll be 1 point there, so I'm going to have to tally this as I go along. Obviously then 5 more potatoes here and another beef, that's 2. Then 5 more potatoes here and obviously 2 sets of spices, that's 3. And plus we do have obviously a 4th row of potatoes there, so that probably constitutes, yeah, that'll be a ready salted, so that's 4 points right there. Okay, right, let me just check. So we got, oh god, right, I'm trying to play while I'm holding a pen in my hand, which is not working. Right, hang on, let me just check the back door on this one. What do we got in here? Right, so we got, basically, yeah, 5 sets of 5 potatoes. So hang on, let me just top this up. 3 sets of 5 in there. And all of these. Right, well hang on, so 5 sets of 5 potatoes in here, so that is another 5 points. So that takes us to 9 so far. Count those as ready salted in there. So we've got 3 lots of 5 in there, plus obviously a load of flavours in here. So 5 plus those 2, that's a pickled onion, so that's 10 points, that takes us to. Then 5 here plus say 2 of the spices, that's another point. Oh shit. Yeah, what the heck? Can't quite write on my page then. Right, that's 11 points. Okay, so then obviously around the front door of this thing we have 3 more sets of 5. So let me top this up. That is obviously another 2 exotic spices, takes us to 12. Another 2 exotic spices, 13. Another 2, that takes us to 14. Okay, good, good. Right, so move on to the next building, like so. We've got obviously 3 sets of 5 in there, and then all of these. So hang on, we've got 1 set of 5 and a beef for 15, and then 2 more sets of 5 potatoes, that is. Plus obviously 3 sets of 5 potatoes, so then I go back around to this back door. So we've got 5 here, 5 sets of potatoes. Still outstanding that can go with some of these. So that's 2 more spices, 16, 2 more spices, 17, 2 more spices, 18, 2 more spices, 19, and then obviously an extra set of potatoes for another flavour of ready salted. So that's 20 points then in total that we've accumulated there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, obviously we've got an excess pickled onions, but we don't have a Stilton for that to go with, so that doesn't count, ladies and gents. So I'm just going to eat that straight away. Let's get Mr. Walker's back on the radio and see what he thinks. Mr. Walker's, come on in there, buddy. Can you hear me, old boy?
Oh, yes, Red, coming in loud and clear and all that. You've done most brilliantly in getting me some of the flavours, though I must say I'm rather disappointed that you didn't find me any roast chicken or smoky bacon ingredients. And also I was very disappointed in your inefficiency in wasting time with that farmstead, old boy. You need to get good at Surrey Being Hunted challenges. Over and out.
Oh, shit, right. Well, guess I've been told then, ladies and gentlemen, haven't I? Alright, well, what a random-ass challenge that we did there, ladies and gentlemen. In that case, we will wrap up here. So thanks for joining me. I need to go and empty my washing machine. So my social media links, propagandist channel link, etc., as usual, are down in the video description for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is, of course, always appreciated. But than that, I'm signing off now and hoping you'll join me next time for what will probably be a podcast-style episode. Possibly. Yeah, see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, everybody. Big boy, shit. Rat. So much damage. As the game does not pay. His attacks are generally slow. So it's not too much challenge on you. What are you doing back here in ancient Greece? Don't look like ancient Greek. Wonder. Several windows apparently have opened. Okay, wait for them. Ah, here we are, see? Oh, it goes out there and it opened this one. Oh! Balls here. Strange thing.